Alrighty, guys, I'm really angry. So there was a game. There was a game already between these guys, and my microphone was muted all the time. I was talking, telling excellent jokes, excellent stories, and the microphone is off. So I and I just discovered it by the end of the game. Okay, anyways, yeah, back to the game. Playing the yellow Protoss pTm against playing the blue Zerg. It's AliFoRiA. So this is the second game between these guys, and the matchup is similar. Last game pTm was Protoss, but AliFoRiA was Terran. And right now they are next to each other. Okay, that's a really lucky scout. So the guys are next to each other this time, and pTm is starting off with a mid-build rush, which is good against basically anything, especially against the Zerg going for the choke. Okay, does AliFoRiA have a chance? Well, of course, yeah, because of two reasons. He is good, and because he can save up larva to so free up free larva to make Zerglings, and then he can focus on saving this choke. Also, this is a shout out to my microphone. So I bought a new mic, and that's why I was also a bit angry, because I was just testing it out, you know, in the last game, but right now we cannot see the result. So I am hoping the microphone is working fine as regards quality goes, and the sound is clearer and so on. Yep, okay, Eli is just sending these probes in a stacked manner. He is using them to go on with the attack, just to be able to defend. He badly needed that, so he realized that he's facing a mid-build rush, so he immediately pulled those drones to be able to defend against cannons, and also to be able to make creep colonies. So the 3 Zerglings are ready. I mean, yeah, 3 eggs, but of course the 6lings are coming right now, and he will use them to kill this Zealot. The surround is nice. He's using that first to kill, using them to kill the cannon, and then after that he can focus on the Zealots. But right now he has to retreat because 2 Zealots are out, and they are going on with the hunt. But as soon as he sees the choke, he's returning to the mid-build base. Okay, more and more Zerglings are out, and he's just using these to kill these Zealots. He can just continue on with the pylon, and if this pylon is lost, then it's game over for pTm. So he's really focusing on that. Okay, he's moving back, and right now he's trying to kill the Zealots, so after that he can continue going on with the pylon. But he's doing he has a better idea than that. He is really using these links to annoy these Zealots who won't be able to attack this sunken. And once the sunken is up, after that it will be easy to kill these pylons with that sunken. Right. So the sunken is just attacking the Zealot, and right now the links have an easier time to kill this pylon. So Protoss player of course can try staying in the game. It won't, well, he can try, but right now it's very hard for him. He's really lagging behind. If a Zerg player has more supplies than you, then okay, what are we talking about? We can say, of course I'm a bit exaggerating, but yep. He can go on with a fast drop. That's his only chance. He really needs to do something cheesy, otherwise he won't have a chance in this game. So right now he's scouted, and Eli saw the fast trouble. So he can just try. He can try amassing some more Zerglings and then go on with the bust, or can go for an incredibly fast Hydras to be able to prevent the drops. So Hydras can be used as a live drop defense. They can be moved, and they can just follow the shuttle and kill it in a best case scenario. But right now the Lings are coming inside, and they try to go with the probes, try to kill some of them, but of course pTm has some cannons at home. So Ellie is just using these Lings to scout and to get as much intel as possible. Okay, Evo Chamber is on the way. He'll most probably build some more spores. So the Lings Lings are beautifully placed. That's so nice. Bro, just want to come with the shuttle. It's alright. I'm fine with that. I'll see it anyways. And so joking apart, he will be prepared. He will have spores and he will have Hydras. And then of course in the beginning he just has to place them here in these places. He just has to survive that first, that initial drop. And he doesn't need much from the Hydras and the spores, just here, a few of them. And then after that he can start focusing on a high or bigger drop defense, placing some more defense right here or on the other side. The Protoss player is really cheesy, but right now the drop is coming from the upper part. Two Hydras were there, and they weren't able to kill the shuttle, but it was enough time for AliFoRiA to at least dodge this drop. He managed to stack those drones and then escape from this attack. So he survived the first drop. Game is over. Alright, anyway, pTm didn't manage to do any economical damage to AliFoRiA, which means that he's lagging again behind. His initial attack, his mid-build attack didn't work out. He was lagging behind. Now his drop didn't work out. Now he's lagging behind again. This is, well, yeah. This is the thing you don't want to experience as a Protoss player, because you always have to find out newer stuff to be able to win. If the mid-build rush doesn't work out, you have to think about drops. Okay, drops didn't work out, you have to think about new ways just to win against a Zerg who is building up, getting masses, getting hatcheries and so on. So in this case the Protoss player has to continue trying drops, because getting 2 extra nexus and getting a big eco won't work. Okay, so cannons are up. It's just a defense against lurkers and early Hydra aggression. Okay, this is also a nice move by pTm, who is trying to utilize his Reaver. If the drop is not working out, then this is the next thing you can try. Dropping some Reavers right there to break the choke, and then after that you can use your units to go inside the base. Oh, that's a relatively fast upgrade for Ellie as far as melee goes. Okay, this drop didn't really work out. Just in the previous game, yeah, so in the previous game pTm did the same thing. He was coming with a shuttle, and he really had to drop that Templar because the shuttle was really in a so he has lost lots of HPs, and then after that he would have been killed anyways, and pTm just wanted to drop something out quickly just before the shuttle dies. So he dropped out a Templar in this case as well, just like in previous game, which casted a storm, but of course wasn't successful because it was far away from the main. Right now newer drops are being prepared. So pTm is doing what I mentioned, that the Protoss player has to continue dropping, otherwise the game is really over for them. Right now he will try to come from the above, but lots of spores and hydras are here. That shuttle is really praying for a Corsair. He really wants that. Like a little child is, yeah, desiring for a chocolate, but the chocolate won't come anytime soon. So pTm needs to wait until the Corsair is out. Otherwise, the drops will fail, which is really bad because he's losing Templars, shuttles, and he's not really progressing. While Ali is just able to focus on whatever he wants to do. So right now he's waiting for the Corsair, and then after that he will try to drop again. Lurkers are also doing a great job against drops. They serve as a nice drop defense, because of course the Protoss player doesn't know in advance where the lurkers are, and if the units are dropped in the middle of orbit or among the lurkers, then yeah, those units dropped die easily. Okay, that's a nice roll there. I will have made sunken colonies. They can also function well against these units coming outside by pTm. Alright, so the drop is ready right now, and he's just coming with the Corsairs and the shuttle. So the shuttle was able to survive and come inside. Zealots are dropped just as the Templar, but he didn't manage to make use of that. So as I mentioned, the Lurkers did a great job because, well, with the help of them and of course the Sunks and Hydras, the Templar was killed immediately, and pTm was not able to do economical damage right now. Similarly to a Terran player, the Zerg player has to survive the drops, and then after that, once drops are over, then and the player has a great economy, then he can just start to come outside and try to attack the enemy. Until that, they have to really stay at home, focus on drops, because the choke is up and they are safe from this direction, and the other direction is of course the drops, or yep, this way. Then once they are safe for that, then after that they can just go outside. So the Guardians are here, and they also serve as a drop defense. And as you could see, the Templar was dropped, but the Guardians immediately killed that. So this is also a nice job, and that's why I tend to say, or used to say, that Zerg player is always the hardest to drop among the free races. They have Hydras, Sunkens, Spores, Guardians, anything you want, and Scourges especially, so that's why it's really hard to come inside. The second hardest race to drop is Terran, so the Terrans can have lots of turrets, tanks, marines, and the easiest player to drop is the Protoss player, because Protoss players well, don't really have mass cannons at the side of their bases, and also the drop defense by the Protoss usually just gets manifested in cannons, lots of cannons, which can be triggered easily by dropping 3 Zealots, and after that the Templar can do the drop. So that's why Protoss players are easy and the other players are really hard to drop. Okay, while pTm is maxed out and getting bigger and bigger, he's continuing to focus on the drop. So what he's trying to do is just come with some units, do some attack, and trying to distract Ellie. He wants Ellie to send these units to the choke to defend, and then after that he can try the drop. So he's really trying to allure those units from the top to the bottom here. But the problem is that he didn't really have many units, and of course for this amount Ellie won't be really sending those units down. So the newer drop is coming inside, the Corsairs are taking the damage, Zealots are dropped, and the Templar was dropped as well. I was just waiting for that, but to be honest, I think pTm is just a bit slow. When you are dropping 3 Zealots and Templars, you just have to immediately really click those Zealots. Just click, like really fast, and then after that the Templar can be unloaded. Because if you wait like, I don't know, half a second between the Zealots, then they die just too fast. They die before the Templar can be unloaded. Okay, more and more Sunkens are being made. Ellie is really focusing on this defense. He sent oh my god, that's a lot of drones. Lots of drones. Okay, so Ellie is just really strive for a really big macro game, and he's just okay. I think AliFoRiA is just mixing this game with another one called a UMS game, like Sunken Defense. Ellie, there is a game, Sunken Defense. I think. Anyway, pTm is just really maxed out and trying to gather units, do some drops, but well, it won't really be successful. Ellie has just such a great defense that it's just impossible. And yep, pTm thinks he's Tom Cruise, but Mission Impossible, I think, is not the movie for him right now. He's just, but okay, cheesy Impossible might be better. He's just sending this shuttle all the way around on the globe, via the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean up here to trick AliFoRiA a bit. But seems that this shuttle got tired on the long journey. Okay, right now he managed to grab that and continue the journey all the way around the globe. Problem is that Ellie has lots of overlords, and he'll spot this drop. So even though this is a nice idea, Ellie will be prepared for that, and even though he doesn't have a great drop defense here, it will be alright. He has an expansion here, which is really nice. It serves as an extra base for some more gas, but right now it will have a new function beside the gas, because it will be a drop detector. Oops. Okay, so the drop is coming now from the wanted to say surprise direction, but well, now I can just say that the drop will come from this direction. That's it. That's so easy. But it seems that pTm forgot about his drop again. That shuttle went to sleep here, and now he's taking a nap here as well. And if I were Ellie, I would have just made spore colonies right here. Just come on, that's not classy. That's not classy. You should have made spores, and then like shuttle is there. I make some spore colonies, and then it will just die anyway. Okay, joking apart, Sunkens are up, and pTm won't really be able to come outside. So what he might try is carriers, which he should have done earlier. If a Terran or Zerg player or any player is next to you and you are not really able to come outside, then Well, air units. Only solution is air units because you can use it to kill the main of the other player. Okay, pTm is making a nice nice defense here, which will be discovered anytime soon. Yep. So he's making a defense here. I think Ali is just shaking his head, seeing this like, what the hell is this going to be? Like, what is it for? Well, it's for the Guardians. So it is of course for an extra base by pTm. He first wants to be sure that no Hydras can enter. It seems he has forgotten that Zerg player has Guardians. Anyway, he just wanted to be sure against ground units, and he wants to make a new base because he's not really able to come outside, so he knows he requires an extra base. But unfortunately, this will be shut down. Mass Guardians arrived, and this plan is not really working out for pTm, who really needed an extra base to produce units outside, and after that he could have used those units to come here and attack. Maybe if he made that a bit earlier would be a nice idea, but it was just too late because Ali was prepared. He suspected that. So right now pTm is confined in his base, and it's like, I think he has just he has given it up. Like deep inside he knows, and alright, Arbiter Tribunal is on the way. He can try use the Arbiter for status, or he can so in default of carriers he can try recall, because it can achieve the same results as mass carriers. With the good recall he can kill the main, just like with interceptors. So this is the next tech Protoss player can try. Okay, Guardians are gathering up and slowly being prepared for the attack against these cannons, and after that, once the cannons are cleared, the ground units will have an easy time entering pTm's base. Drop defense is still up and running, which is nice. You can never be sure against drops, so it's better having there some units as a defense, and but once the attack starts, then you can pull those units just to use them as part of the attack. Okay, Corsairs are on the hunt for overlords, but they will do a better job here. I think they are needed more here. Okay, so Guardians are attacking from 3 different directions, which is really nice because then the storms have to be divided, and of course the Corsairs also have to be divided. It's always a nice option to do such a thing, attacking the Guardians from different directions, so the Protoss player cannot really focus on killing one chunk of them. So slowly he will be able to clear these goons, the Guardians with the goons and some Corsairs. Okay, 2-3 as regards upgrade goes, and 2-2-2 for pTm. More and more Corsairs are being prepared. He really needs them for... Okay, that's... that's no comment. Arbiter Tribunal exhibition. The entry is I don't know, like 1,000 euros. AliFoRiA just sneaking inside, kills the arbiter tribunal, and pTm is laughing like, dude, I have 2 more, haha. Okay, lots of hatcheries are being made. This game reminds me of AliFoRiA playing against Brazil 424, where after 40 minutes, AliFoRiA was just preparing hatcheries outside the base of Brazil, and was using them to quickly reproduce units to be able to finish him. But right now I think this won't be needed because lots of guardians are attacking here. Okay, that's lots of guardians. But Corsairs are also being used by pTm and trying to prevent these guardians from coming closer. Some more devourers will come handy. Okay, this is a nice cat and mouse fight. Guardians are coming, Corsairs are receiving them, Guardians are going back to the spores, and for strange reason, Corsairs do not want to go to the spores, so decide to come back. But right now, lots of Guardians are joined together, and they are attacking from the whole horizon. But these Corsairs are doing a great job because they are having splash damage, which kill the Guardians really nicely. Also, Storms are doing a nice job. Okay, it seems that he's really devoted to air units. Well, he can do that. I mean, seriously, he has 10k plus minerals and 10k plus gas, which means that he can just remake Mutalisks till the end of time. So it's alright with him. He can even try to go on with the Meta Bomb. That's the next step you can do, but seems that he's devoted to Guardians. Alright, now Guardians are supported by Devourers. So this way, of course, they will be more effective. Corsairs can be dismissed, and then Guardians can be used to attack. And also another attack is coming at the upper part, also in the middle. So he's attacking from 4 different directions right now, which is really nice. pTm really has to divide his attention. And also his Corsairs, his Templars, and this can be used by AliFoRiA to go with the attack and do as much damage as possible. He's doing that right now, and more units and buildings are killed by Ali, who will now use the grand units to attack his base. So he's preparing Hydras, and we use these Hydras to come and join the attack to support the Guardians. But lots of Reavers are waiting behind the bows, so these Reavers should be killed first, and this is done right now. Okay, that's it. GG.